The number one issue that clothing brand owners face as they grow their business is that it just becomes so overwhelming, from product design to marketing to content creation, customer service, fulfillment. There's just so many moving parts. That's why in this video, I'm going to show you the exact team structure that I use to make $102,000 a month with my clothing brand, so you can just copy me. Okay, so some proof. Last 30 days, we have done $101,670 in revenue. And a little bit about me. My name is Dave Nash. I've scaled 4 of my own brands to $1 million in revenue, exiting 3 of them. Now I currently run a clothing brand doing over $1 million per year. So here's me in China about 5 months ago, working on the latest collection. And here's my Instagram where I post a lot of stories about business and stuff. And now on to the video. So in this video, like I said, we're gonna go over the entire team structure that basically I'm using that runs my company to do 100K month after month after month on automation. So at the top of the structure is obviously me. I am the owner and the CEO of the company, and I just make sure that all of the different teams are running in unison, and I'm the one that can set the strategy of the company, where we're heading, and making sure that we're profitable on a day-to-day and monthly basis. Who else is on my team? Well, I do have a co-owner. We're business partners, and he is the owner/production manager. He makes sure that we are designing new pieces, sampling them, putting them into bulk production, and receiving them at our 3PL, and managing the entire timeline from end to end to make sure that we're making products and we have them in our warehouse to sell to the final customer. And there's overlapping timelines all over the place, which is why this is one of the most important roles in any clothing business. Because if you're trying to drop a new collection every 2, 3, or 4 weeks, just imagine the amount of timelines that you have to manage. And because you have to sample multiple collections at the same time. Right now, we have over 40 or 50 pieces in sampling because you have to be between 4 and 6 months, even 12 months ahead of schedule for every drop. So he is the owner and the production manager. Zooming out a little bit, we see that he is the manager of the lead designer. So the lead designer reports to him. And under the lead designer, there are freelance designers that report to the lead designer. So basically, whenever we have ideas, so me and my business partner, we have ideas for a collection. He prepares like a slide deck and shows it to the lead designer. And then the lead designer will use the mood board and the idea and contract with freelance designers who will all input ideas for the lead designer to make into tech packs. And then they'll give it to the production manager, who's my business partner, and my business partner will talk to the manufacturers and suppliers. Okay, now moving on to the operations team. It's pretty small. We just have one operations assistant, and what she does is literally everything that glues the business together. So what she does is that she keeps track of our bookkeeping, our cost of goods sold for every product, updating the website, making sure that all of the projects that we have, all the shoots that we have are all scheduled, and making sure that when we upload products to the website, we have the description, the images, basically just making sure that everything is running smoothly within the business. And I work with her one-on-one to do pretty much all of the above. Okay, now we're moving on to the marketing team. So far we've went over the product team and the operations team. The marketing team we have a VP of performance marketing. And what he does is he owns what is called MER, marketing efficiency ratio. And when you own MER, it just means that there's a lot of things that you have to do within a business that can affect the profitability, the revenue. This person, the VP of performance marketing, their job is to maximize MER, increase the revenue, and just make the business overall grow and more profitable. So what goes into performance marketing? There is media buying, which is like Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, as well as email and SMS, which is used for like campaigns and flows, abandoned cart emails, etc. So the VP of performance marketing is the manager of the media buyer and also the manager of the email and SMS marketer to make sure that the company is growing from a revenue standpoint. And then, the VP of performance marketing will report our performance and report it up to me so that I can use it to create strategy and determine whether we need to change spend or attention into different channels. Okay, now the content team. So the content team is really like the backbone of the business, because without content, you can't post on social media, and without content, you can't run ads. So these two people are very, very important to the business. So we have a content manager for e-com. So for e-com, what that means is like we do white background photos and we do white background flat lays. So these kind of contents are very important for showing that we are professional on our website. Then I have a second content manager for those lifestyle shots. So what that means is like the people creating reels, going outside with models, iPhone pictures, different things. These can be used mainly for ads because like a lot of the ads we run are shot by a content manager for lifestyle outside with different models, as well as you post them as reels and stories as well. So those are the two different types of content, and I make sure that both of these content managers are producing content that we can be using for social media for each drop and each new release. Now moving on to the external content team, we have a freelance photographer that we like to work with. We have a freelance stylist we like to work with, hair and makeup people that we like to work with, and a few model agencies that we've worked with in the past. So what will happen is the photographer will report to the content manager for e-com, and then we have the stylist as well, and then the hair and makeup, and then the model agencies. We sometimes use these for lifestyle, but mostly we use them because we want to be really professional. So we hire like a professional photographer that uses, a mirrorless camera and everything. We hire a stylist, hair and makeup to make sure, because this is the reason why you have to go so hard on the e-com photos is because these are the photos that have to be perfect. Because when people land on the landing page, they see the content for the brand, and the content they see are the e-com photos, and the hair, the makeup, it has to be very presentable, because if it's very presentable, then what do? Well, you build trust, and trust is the number one most important factor when people come to the landing page and they are thinking about buying your products, that you want to maximize the amount of trust that they have in your business. And if they see that you're spending money and taking care of how you're presenting the brand, then obviously they're going to trust you more. Okay, so then moving on to the external operations team is just our tax accountant. I've been using them for like 6-7 years. So if you need an accountant, let me know. I could definitely refer you to them, but you always need to do your taxes. Don't skip out on this and don't underpay. File your taxes every year. And they also take care of my personal tax returns. So that's really useful as well. So let me zoom out so you can kind of see the way that it looks from, a bird's eye view. I'm at the top here. Then we have the product team. So I'm in contact directly with the product team. I'm in contact with the operations assistant. I'm in contact with the VP of marketing. I'm in contact with the content manager for e-com and the content manager for lifestyle. And that's it. And this is like really how you should be running a business. You shouldn't, if you have 15 or 20 people that you work with, the person at the top should not be talking to each and every single one. That would be such a complete waste of time, and I would just be having like 7 to 8 hours a day just having meetings, sitting around and just like talking to people through their problems and not focusing on the strategy of what we're trying to accomplish. So in order to like make this work at this level, you need like 2 layers of people and sometimes even 3 layers, so that I only have to interface with 5 people. And then those 5 people interface with 5 or 10 people. So then there's just like a giant web, and I only have to solve 5 people's problems instead of 20 people's problems. And it just makes life easier for everyone. So now I'll zoom out again, and you can just soak this in the way it works. Oh yeah, I also talked to the tax accountant. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that I talk to within the company. But we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people working on the business. And there's probably even a couple more that, I left out. But yeah, that's how you run a business doing over 100K a month and is positioned to scale to 250 to 300K within the next 6 months. So, I'll do one of these every quarter or maybe every 6 months or so to show you how we've evolved the team over time. But this is kind of my setup right now. And it lets us do numbers like this. And there's really no hiccups. It's pretty smooth, pretty simple funnel. And we've been hitting 100K a month after month for like 6, 7, 8 months by now. So yeah, this is how it works. If you want more of these videos, be sure to subscribe, give me a like, check out my Instagram. More on the way. Peace.